Whoa. Alrighty then. Not exactly what I thought. I hit the wrong button. All right, well, this is what's going on. If you want to learn how to make money, not exactly what I thought. Okay, that was funny. Hold on a second. This is full of all kinds of errors. If you want to learn how to make money. Whoa. All right. Not exactly. I didn't mean to start that live, but anyway, let's just kind of get into it. If you want to learn how to make some money, well, all right, how to get money for your business without taking out loans, without getting credit cards, and all that good stuff. If that is something that you're interested in, stay tuned. It'll take diligence, it'll take hard work, but it's doable. If you're looking for some easy, cover girl, breezy hack where you don't have to do anything, you don't have to work hard, you don't have to put out, this isn't for you. It's not for you at all. All right, so let me do something because we got all kinds of crazy stuff going on today. Hopefully everyone is okay. I don't know why I hit that button. I just don't. Let me do something real quick. Who here has a business? A business this is your full source of income and you do nothing else. Or it's your predominant source of income and you have other side hustles. And who here has a job? We need to talk to these people differently and put this out in a different manner, because how you do this is going to be very, very intriguing, and it's going to be different. It's going to be very, very different. So I should have some housekeeping here. Get that going on and just go ahead and send this out. All right. So let's figure out who has what here. So that's good to go. All right. I have a job in the LLC, Richard Mayfield. I have a job, car sales, own real estate, job with side business. What's up, Marquise? Okay. Now, this is the big problem, and I'm going to explain it to you this way. You have people who want to start a business. They hate their job, and they want to leave their job and start that business and make it all work. How many of you get into relationships? You know, you meet someone, you like them, then, you know, you're moving in with them. Usually, even as quick as it takes a few months. But many of you want to create a relationship with a business and get married instantly with no acclimation, no getting to know anybody, no easing into it. It's really the same thing, because I was thinking about this morning that many people want to marry their business before they even know their business. And this is what creates the high failure rate. So I'm going to tell you how to get money for your business without credit cards, without business loans, without business credit. And we're going to talk about business credit. Right now, let's talk about business credit. Let's say your name is Jerome. And Jerome, you have a good job and you've got great personal credit. You can go to Chase, you can go to Wells Fargo, you can go to American Express, and you get any of their business products if you have a credit score of like 690 to 720. You getting that all day long. Let's say your credit's immaculate. You rocking the 820. You getting all that. You can go to the bank. You can get lines of credit. There's just one problem, Jerome. You don't know how to run a business. You don't know how to make money. You don't know how to sell anything. You don't know how to market anything. but because of your arrogance, that because you can get money, you can run a business. Ha! I laugh on that because it's not as easy as it looks. And everyone that I have studied has had a serious learning path, a serious learning curve. So if you want to do this, you need to put some training wheels on, and you need to start your business organically. You're not Facebook, you're not Amazon. Maybe you are. Then you have the appropriate avenues to get your money. But if you are just a regular person starting a regular business that you hope to do extraordinary things in the future, you need to start small, you need to start organically, and you need to acquaint yourself with direct response. What is direct response? It's like, hey, how you doing? My name's Glendon. I got this product, I got this thing down here. I want you to buy it. Oh, you don't want to buy it? I'm rushing you. It's too soon. Okay. I slow my roll. Hey, how you doing? You want to meet for a cup of coffee? Meet for coffee. Then you move to lunch. Then you move to dinner. Then you hit it. You have that magical moment. Getting a business, and I've had people who said, I don't need to establish a relationship with my customers to get them to buy. Question: how many of you dropped $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on an Apple product, a MacBook, one of those new iMac Pros, without knowing anything about Apple? You just walk in the store and like, hey, I'm going to take this. More than likely, you watched a bunch of videos. You looked at the brand. You did a cost analysis. You educated yourself on Apple. That's called building a relationship. It was just inversely built. And, well, Apple was putting out a lot of information. Apple puts out a lot of stuff. So you were building a relationship even if it was just for a one-time purchase. A hit it and quit it. So you got to learn how to build relationships. But many people don't want to do that, because I was listening to a podcast this morning talking about millennials, and millennials aren't lazy. They just don't see the value in taking the long journey. It's like, give me what I need. Let's do it so I can move on to the next thing so I can go home and play Xbox. That's how they think. That type of thinking, it's going to leave a lot of y'all broke, hungry, and doing something strange for a little change. Mark my words. So let's kind of get into this, because I just started the stream real quick. And also, for those of you who want to know, we reached a certain point. Below, you can get into Hustler Undergrad. The price is going up Thursday for Hustler Undergrad. It's going up Thursday. And the price for the Art of Holding Companies is going up Wednesday, because I'm going to do the first webinar Thursday night. So I'm going to cut the price to have, not to have a whole bunch of people just kind of jump in at the last minute. I probably will suspend or hide the button Wednesday, because I don't want a bunch of people joining while I'm doing it. And then I'll be like, hey man, I'm trying to get in. You need to be more proactive. So if you want to be part of the Hustlers Undergrad, there'll be more about that later. The link's below. It's $160 a month for 20 months. The Art of Holding Companies, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. It can change your life for $1,500. It is 15 payments of $99.99 per month. All right, so let's get into this wonderful bean footage. Okay, now what you need to do, and I'm going to write this out, find enough space on my desk, and we're going to call this, and we're not going to write in red, we're going to write in blue. I call this the bilateral hustle. Now, bilateral means two. All right, so you're going to create a cash money hustle. Now, here's the wonderful thing about this. Your goal is 500 to 1,000 a month. That's it. Once you get there, you maintain. You're not going to try to get up to 20,000. You're not going to try to get up to 30,000. You're going to stay right there because this is your cash money hustle. This is a temporary financial instrument to yield you to what you want. But while you have your hustle, you're going to learn how to sell. You're going to learn how to market. You're going to learn how to brand. You're going to learn customer service. And you're going to learn how to manage money. Because you want to do this on your cash money hustle before you actually build your business. Now, this may convert into your business depending on what you do, but the reason you want to do this is fairly easy to get to this kind of money. You can do it in a few weeks. You can do it in a few months. Now, here is the other part of the bilateral hustle. So y'all got this, right? Y'all got this. Okay? So there may be enough room. I'm going to try it. So with your hustle money, you're going to go to the bank, and you may have an LLC, you may not, and you're going to open up an operating account, an expense account, a savings account, an investment account, and a merchant account. This is for PayPal or Stripe or anything. You don't ever want to have your merchant account stacked up with your overall account. A lot of business owners do this stuff, which is crazy to me, but you want to have that separate. Now, once again, these could be personal. Yes, you'll have to pay some fees initially, unless you just got the money laying around where you can pay whatever they need so they don't charge you a monthly fee. But these are going to be the 5 accounts, because I have a lot of people always asking about this, but they don't want to watch the video. Now, this is where the magic happens. You're not going to take any money out of the business. This is why you're going to keep your job. This money is not going to go to fund cable. It's not going to buy you the new red bottoms. All of this money is going to stay in this business for 6 months to a year. You're going to be committed to it. It's going to be like that Russell Wilson and Sierra thing where he didn't get to hit it for a year. I heard it was his ideal. I don't believe that. But anywho, this is the first way for you to raise money for your business in 6 months to a year without losing your mind, without resorting to all kinds of crazy schemes. You don't have to do that. Now, what's going to happen while you're doing this, you're going to learn how to do all of these. Now, this is very important. Below the video, I got a little write-up about I used to live in a house with no bathroom, which is true. And I'm going to kind of walk you through some steps. This is below, so click that show more thing and you can read it. And it was a process. But this is the first part of the bilateral hustle. Everyone got it? Let me get up in here into the chat room and make sure people got it. Let's see. All right. Because I'm doing this on my laptop. All right, so let's see what we got in here. All right, so I don't really see any questions. Cool. All right, so we are there. So let's get back to the magic whiteboard. All right, so this is the second part of the bilateral hustle. And I'm going to tell you why I know for a fact it worked. All right, so we just go part 2. And we'll bring this down. Part 2. Now, once you start stacking money, you're going to be very motivated to stack up more. You may not even want to spend the money for your business. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. You may not. All right, so let's say you're at the 6-month mark. You did really well with your business, and you have $8,000. Now, this is money to go into your business. Today, unless you're starting a restaurant, unless you're starting a daycare, you need a building, a warehouse, $8,000 to $10,000 is a lot of money to start a business. Conundrum Publishing, I don't know if y'all remember that, which has morphed into Mac Daddy Media, was started for $286 and a ton of sweat equity. Now let's get into some stuff. I've never taken out a loan for this business. I use my credit card to pay for paid traffic whenever I'm running it. That's pretty much it. I've not had to go out and get a bank loan. I've not had to use, like I said, I use credit cards because that's what Google AdWords take. And that I could actually pay by a bank account if I want to, but I get points. So this is, I've never taken out a business loan. I don't even think that I have built business credit for this business because everything has been organic. And this is what we're going to talk about in Hustle Undergrad: building an organic business, funding your business organically yourself. Because let's talk about the business credit. We got a lot of people who want to get business credit. All right, say you're a trucker, right? You gonna drive that truck and you're gonna make some money. That's fine. But if you're going out and getting a $20,000 line of credit or maybe $100K in business credit cards, and you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to market, which is what the bilateral deal will teach that point, because you know what you're doing. But if you start taking out these loans, getting this business credit before you know what you're doing, it's just a recipe for bad things to happen. Really, really bad things. All right, so just put this up here versus y'all looking at my dome. There we go. Let's see. All right, Christian. I mean, that's one of the things. A lot of people, like what you're going through, you're in your 6th rendition of the fitness business. How many of y'all heard of Alpha M? He's got the channel with like 4 million subscribers. He went through the same thing that Christian's going through. Same thing. Okay, y'all are talking about property and stuff here. But while you still have your job, you should be working on learning how to sell and learning how to market. That is really, really, I can't even underestimate or overstate how important that is, because I see a lot of people out here, I need business credit. I need business credit. And No, no, no. You need to learn how to serve. Yeah, you need to learn how to serve, and you need to learn how to sell. Because if you know how to sell, you don't need any money to start your business. You really don't. If you know how to sell, you could sell someone else's product for big money, get a nice cut, and then put that money away and start your own thing if you want to. Selling and marketing are invaluable skills that will serve you in every spectrum of your life. They will serve you with women, they'll serve you with family, they'll serve you with strangers. I mean, it's the best thing ever. I'm like, once again, if you want to do eBay or Amazon, knock yourself out. I'm not going to be addressing those business models. There's like literally thousands of videos on those things, so knock yourself out. Really, Tasha? That's interesting. That's very interesting. But what do you mean that's not going to lock someone into a property? One of the things I'm going to talk about, because see, I have to do it before I talk about it. And this is one of the reasons, because I got all this stuff like people have been waiting on this webinar. What I'm going to break down Thursday, and once again, the price of the webinar goes up Wednesday, and the price of Hustler, yeah, because both, I'm going to shut both of them off, because what's going to happen is I'm going to have a bunch of people who are going to try to get in, and I'm going to communicate that once I'm doing the webinar, I can't sign you up and you can't get in until after. And then I'll probably be, then I got something to do the next day. So it'll be like 48 hours before I can add you. Just letting people know. Because I will tell you part of it. I got a new house. And I did it as a lease purchase because I've been studying the market around in this neighborhood for a long time. And everybody, and you know that deal that got away from me, they came back. Essentially, all of the properties that I've been looking at, except for the best ones, the best of the best of the best, they have been sitting and they've been lowering their prices across the board. Across the board. Now, this is just local. This is here in Atlanta. But I've been reading and I've been watching, and it's happening all over the country. The economy is slowing down. It just is. Now, with the country slowing down, let me go ahead and give you some game. This is something that I saw year after year after year. Once the kids go back to school, the economy kind of opens up again. Because during the summer, the parents who have kids, they don't have extra money. The kids suck up their money, vacations, all those other things. So money starts flowing again. Actually, it started early this year because normally it's September, or maybe my game's better. But September, October, November, and midway through December should be hot. But these properties aren't selling and the interest rates is going up. That's not good. Because the economy is supposed to be flush with cash. And certain things are not happening based upon that presumption, which means the economy is not flush with cash. And one of the reasons I bring in the high-end market is typically that audience or demographic is partially immune from this type of stuff. But all these houses are sitting. I mean, there's one that's been sitting, because I found out it's been sitting 3 years. But it hasn't been updated. Now, the stuff that's been updated, the stuff that's lit, that's moving. But the other stuff, it ain't moving. So we're going to talk about that process, because I did not want to do a traditional mortgage and get locked in when I know it's going to be cheaper. Because one of the things, for you real estate people, you know this. Anyone that bought a house, you know this. Before a mortgage company or a bank's going to give you a loan, you need comps or comparables. So if everything's crashing, that's going to lower the comps. So, you know, in my contract, they were like, cool, because they know, well, I could get financed. I didn't tell them all that. But they know that it'll be hard to get financed at a certain thing when all property prices are depressed. And this is why I didn't go into a full-fledged mortgage. Because once again, don't wait. If you want to invest in real estate, you want to start a business, don't wait until times get better, because you're going to learn by doing it. You're going to learn about being in it, and you're going to learn by handling it versus waiting on the sidelines. Plus, I will talk about the tax strategy that I developed and how I can turn this into a business expense and take money out of the company. Very, very creative. My new CPA is kind of blown away. But, because essentially CPAs know the law, but a lot of them are not real creative. That's been my experience. Maybe your experience has been different. All right, so let's see. Let's put this up here, because if you're cash flowing high enough, if you're doing the 1% rule, possibly. Yeah, because essentially you need to be having consistent money coming here. Because once again, $500 to $1,000 is money that most people can do unless you have some disability or something. I mean, literally, if you hit the free section of Craigslist every day, turn it into a vocation, you make $500, $800 a month just off that. So once again, because what I feel is going to happen, and this is another reason that we have to start with $500 to $1,000, is confidence levels. I've had a few friends who got into e-commerce and they were skittish and scared, and then when they made sales, they were like, "Oh, this is real." And I feel that many of you are in the same spot. Until you start doing some stuff, until you start getting money, it ain't real. And that's why you got to get started. Christian, I've been trying to learn internet sales. I got most of my clients from Thumbtack. I hate the service, super expensive. I'm trying to up my game on Instagram. There's a lot of people who are killing on Instagram right now. Lease purchase, yes, prices are coming down everywhere. What do you mean staying on a little bit? I'm gonna be gone in a minute. Let's see. Hits, earn, and sell. The frequency of dealing with customers isn't going to happen once you lock someone in property. Actually, that's not true. Once again, once I do it, I'll talk about it. They'll have to bring the rates back down. That could happen, AD, with midterm elections coming up. Anything can happen. Tasha James, Glendale went to film school. I figured out what type of channel I want to do. What are some suggestions you can recommend for me to increase my knowledge and effectively using YouTube? Do YouTube. Start your channel. Start making videos. You just sold a backpack. Cool. Theodore Cousins, should you do the bilateral business with or without a holding company? That's one of the reasons I'm going to do the webinar, because let me pop in here for a minute. Do you know that Facebook paid millions of dollars for its legal structure advice? Why did they pay so much money? Because their legal structure had to be suited for them. So one of the reasons application. I've heard a lot of people on the internet, make it simple, make it easy. Everything can't be made easy. It just can't. Everything can't. You can make a cookie easy. You can make a cake easy. There's just certain things you can't make easy. They're going to have to be a learning curve. Robbie Rob, no, this isn't the final house. Nope, not at all. I will tell you, depending on how this goes, my goal is to have 3 or 4 of them in the next 5 years. I'm not going to do traditional real estate investing, typically because I have a vehicle that makes money. So I don't have to make my money from real estate like instantly, if that makes sense. Well, Theodore, that's what Q4 should be. But if Q4, like, I made this prediction with Bitcoin. Now the kids are back in school, and after Labor Day, virtually all kids will be back in school. If the money comes into the market, the price should start going up. If the price doesn't go up and the price stalls, that means bad things for Bitcoin. $285 property, great time to buy in the year like summer. Most folks and businesses relax, but for the holidays. Oh yeah, like right now, I got my app. I'm getting dings every day because there's a ton of stuff out there. And see, good times, bad times, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be someone out there who needs to move that property, and they're probably going to get. They're going to be more malleable, more flexible, because they need to move that property. And if you're coming in here like, I got some cash, I can help solve your problem, Mr. So-and-so, I can help remove some of that pain out of your life. When you come at people like that and they're in pain and you're like, I'm going to rub your shoulders, I'm going to move some of that pain out of your life, they're very receptive. They're going to listen because you're helping them with a problem. And like I said, good times, bad times, there's always a deal if you're willing to do the groundwork and the look. Once again, I think business credit is good for trucking. I would not mess around with property unless I was very experienced with business credit. All right, Superstar Customs. Yeah, because that's one of the things. It's a whole different ball game, and that's why I'm not going to be like, because I had someone that came to one of the live experiences and they had heard partial information and they had did it and it wasn't going to work for them. So that's where I'm being more judicious. It's true. Buyers disappeared this month. This is earlier than I ever seen before. Been in the New Jersey market since 2000. Because we're having the correction. We have people who can't. They're not making enough money to afford these houses. Just keep it simple. I mean, my old apartment, which I paid $1,000 a month, that sucker's $1,900, almost $2,000 a month now. Same apartment. It's almost had 100% increase. And I'm like, we've done the math. We know what people make. There's only a certain segment of society that can afford those type of properties. And it's going to be interesting. Stefan, I would definitely suggest you learn more skills. Because with the bilateral hustle, all right, you have your job, you have your main hustle. And let's be very clear. You do not quit that. Like, okay, I'm an example. I'm over here because there are a lot of people thought I was going to leave Every Man's a Millionaire and just go over to Disruptive Mail. Right now, Disruptive Mail is kind of like my side hustle. And due to the fact that YouTube has, hit me because a lot of those videos are now age restricted, so they're not getting the traction that they once did. Because you have to be signed in, and a lot of people watch YouTube and they're not signed in. So that took a big hit. And once again, all right, it's only 6 months old. I'm going to give it like 3 years. So this is just kind of riding out that storm. you could do a lot with the free section of Craigslist. Yeah, but you in New Jersey, man, on the south side of town, you got 2 and 3 bedrooms for under a G. So that's a big thing. But essentially, your bilateral hustle is going to give you the ability and the sales skills to make money, because I had help. I didn't do this alone, and I don't think I've really stressed that. I've had help. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have happened. That's just how important it is learning how to sell. Then I had a business partner. So it's never been, quote, just me until recently, and recently being the last 10 years. I've had a lot of help. And that's where I think some people get it mixed up, that they're going to come online, they're going to crush it in a few weeks or a few months with no help, just their ego. And I was participating on Facebook in a thread, and I could just tell by the answers that these people were giving, they were struggling. Because everybody wants to get away from selling. People don't want to sell. They don't want to talk to anyone. They don't want to pick up the phone. They don't want to do nothing. And I'm telling you, it's going to make a huge difference in your business if you develop a selling personality. One of the things that I've really done and worked hard on, like everyone that has bought Hustlers Undergrad should be signed up. Now, there's some earlier folks who I don't know if they got the emails, and I'm not going to know until they email me. And that's why I keep saying, like, if you didn't get your instructions, email me, because everyone who has signed up has been added. So, and this is a good thing for me, because when I do hire that person, I have this little SOP, standard operating procedure. I have these little cheat sheets, things they need to do. And when I hire someone, I'm going to get them to call you. Because I had a scary moment, because I thought this guy's email address didn't work, and I was like, I can't reach this guy. Then I had copied and pasted with a little extra space, and I took that out, and it worked fine. But I was kind of freaking out. I was like, I'm going to have to mail this person a letter. I'm going to have to overnight express it. So this is the things you learn. All right, so once again, and I'm going to write it down and leave it up here, because we're going to be talking about this in Hustle Undergrad. We're going to have a lot of webinars. It's going to be probably after this month, there will be 2 a month, but it's probably going to be a few with the holding company stuff, because there's so much information that I have to give you. I have to give you the background. I have to give you a lot of scenarios, because I don't really know what you're trying to do. But today is Monday, so Thursday, the art of holding companies. And we're going to do that probably 4 p.m. or close to this time right now. So we'll be doing that. Hold on a second. I'm about to lose all my power. Use all, there we go. So 4 p.m. Thursday. Prices on everything go up. So you're going to have to get in Wednesday, and I'm going to make this clear, because I'm going to be preparing for the webinar, getting stuff done, so I'm not going to have time to add people and do that. So Wednesday is when everything goes up. So the art of holding is probably going to go up to 3,000. So that's going to be, yeah, 200 a month. And HU is going to go up to probably because I may adjust these 200 to 230. Not sure. Now, this is going to be your better deal because typically I'm charging more because I like if you're not going to go through Hustler undergrad, then that means you should already know a lot of stuff. Maybe you won't. So I'm actually paying people. People get a better deal to go to Hustler undergrad because they'll be trained up right and not making these crazy decisions. So once again, prices are going up Wednesday. That's when everything goes up. The art of holding will be 4 p.m. and I'm going to open it up a little differently than other webinars. I'm going to explain how I'm doing this house thing. I had to do some checking, and it can work with a lot of different properties if you're willing to do all of the steps. All right. Johnny Walton. Everybody's not on the text notification list. All right. Free Tree just signed up. And I'm thinking about doing online grooming and beauty products. Read an article on CBN saying that Americans are missing out and black people spend a disproportionate amount on products. You know what? Until you do it, you're not going to know. This will be my answer to anything and everything, because until you do it, you won't know. How many of y'all heard of Queen Naja? Because I found her YouTube channel, her and her ex-husband or current, I don't know what's going on. It's like a real reality show. But I was wondering how she got to such crazy numbers, and she was on American Idol. I didn't know that, and I was like, oh, that explains a lot. But that should show you, because she didn't make it on American Idol, but she took the exposure of being on television to turn it into an extremely lucrative YouTube channel. First it was Instagram, now it's YouTube, and now she got a deal. She's got a deal with YouTube Music, I believe. Which who's the British guy? I forget his name, but he's been in music forever. He's one of the people with her. Jeffrey Stansel, nope. The link's below. You can get in today. So that will be the thing. Because I will be working on that. I got a lot of other stuff to do. Hey, Stefan, those tracks are everywhere. Everybody laying down tracks. Everybody's laying down tracks, man. Everybody. It kind of blew my mind. All right, but that's it. Just a little bit about the bilateral hustle, because I believe that is the best thing for you to do if you don't know what you want to do, you don't have a lot of experience, you don't have a lot of money. And this is a way you could do it in a safe and simple and sane method. And let's say it doesn't work out. You ain't quit your job, because I'm never going to tell anyone to quit their job. If you get fired and go on unemployment, that's a whole different thing. But for you to willfully walk out and you don't have your stuff together, I just think that's a bad idea. Y'all are funny. All right, I'll see you guys later. So for everyone that just came in late, yes, you can get into Hustler undergrad. The link is below. It is still $160 a month for 20 bucks for 20 months. And then it's also for those of you who just want the art of holding companies, that's $100 for 15 months. And that is below the stream. But prices will go up Wednesday. And we'll be talking about that because tomorrow's Tuesday and Wednesday's going to pop up. Then we're going to do the webinar because it's it's very interesting how much stuff that I've learned in these last, this time next year it'll be 10 years on YouTube. So this time next year, I will equal my time almost, well, sometime in the next few months, I will equal my time in the storage auction business. And I can tell you there's a lot more stuff that's coming because now that we have this university and this platform, I can go deeper because I need to go deeper, especially on the mindset stuff. Really, because what I'm seeing on the other channel, Disruptive Male, there's a lot of hurt little puppies out there. I mean, I have to talk to some people to get better perspectives versus just throwing everything out there. So, all with the same bank. We will be talking about this stuff because essentially the first webinar, because it's probably going to be 5 or 6 with the art of holding companies, is what do you need to know to set up your holding company? Maybe you're in a position where you could set up your holding company for your side hustle, your holding operating. We'll talk about that because I want to be intentional and I want to be specific, because typically this stream has a lot of different information and people hear part of something or come in and they don't listen to everything. So I'm not doing that anymore. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably stream every day except I'll probably stream Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but not Thursday and Friday, and not this weekend. So just let y'all know. So with that, I am out for real now.